welcome to The Explainer, everyone. Look, if you've been watching television lately or even just checking your mail, there is a very good chance you've seen the incredibly enticing advertisements from Nationwide Coin and Bullion Reserve. They're out there offering gold at cost. Now, an offer like that almost sounds too good to be true, right? But is it? Today, we're bringing you a comprehensive, totally in-depth explainer of Nationwide Coin and Bullion Reserve for 2026. We are going to break down exactly how these TV offers actually work, what real customers are saying behind the scenes, and what you absolutely, positively need to know before you even think about picking up the phone. And hey, before we jump in, if you're looking to navigate the precious metal space safely and securely, make sure to get your free Gold IRA guide from the description below or just by visiting goldirablueprint.com. It is an absolutely invaluable resource, so definitely check that out. Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The gold market landscape. 2. Nationwide's TV offers. 3. Customer ratings and reviews. 4. Sales tactics and the catch. And finally, 5. Legal warnings and red flags. Section 1. The gold market landscape, finding your dealer. Now, to really kick things off, we need to understand a basic truth. Building a precious metals portfolio is definitely not a one-size-fits-all endeavor. Choosing a trustworthy dealer is an absolutely critical first step, and the right choice heavily depends on your specific financial goals. To put Nationwide in perspective, we can contrast standard self-service online dealers with Nationwide's completely unique model. For instance, think about a company like Atmex. They are renowned in the industry for rare and collectible coins that appeal to those long-term numismatists. On the other hand, you have JM Bullion, which prioritizes cost efficiency and straightforward accessibility for everyday investors through a really streamlined website. You just click and buy. Nationwide Coin and Bullion Reserve operates very, very differently. While they do have a website, their business model heavily relies on driving consumers away from standard online checkouts. Instead, they use television and mail-in advertisements to push you toward personalized, phone-based consultations with their account executives. It's a highly interactive, fundamentally sales-driven approach. Section 2. Nationwide's TV offers explained. The hook. Let's move right to the massive draw that brings almost everyone in. The television and mail-in introductory offers. This is the entry point, the main event. So the absolute crucial point here is this strict limit. Nationwide offers gold American Eagles at an introductory at-cost price. But, and this is a massive but, it is strictly capped at 1 ounce of gold per household. Think about what at cost really means here. It's incredible below spot pricing, meaning it's actually cheaper than the raw market value of the gold itself. They are basically losing money, or at least not making any on that first ounce. Because of that, it's a strict cap. We actually saw instances in our source data where customers tried to order more or even tried to order a second time years later, and they were firmly reminded by the company that this deal is a one-time only situation. By the way, this is exactly why it's so important to do your homework before jumping at these offers. Remember to grab that free Gold IRA guide at goldirablueprint.com so you know exactly how to handle these types of introductory promotions. So why do they do this? Well, Nationwide pairs this introductory pricing with what they call an education-first philosophy. They state that they have over 100 years of combined team experience across numismatic experts and precious metal consultants. The stated goal of getting you on the phone isn't just to take your order. It's to evaluate your individual objectives and your risk tolerance. They are providing a guided, consultative experience rather than just a simple anonymous checkout cart. Section 3. Customer ratings and reviews, the positive experiences. Now, let's see how consumers actually react to this highly personalized phone-based service. Objectively speaking, the company holds an impressive A+ rating with a Better Business Bureau. But what's really, really interesting here is the Trustpilot data. Take a look at this overwhelming percentage of reviewers, 82%, who give Nationwide a perfect 5-star rating. Out of over 1,100 reviews, the vast majority of consumers report having an absolutely fantastic experience. I mean, this isn't just a handful of lucky buyers having a good day. This is a consistent, massive trend of high satisfaction across the board. Let's look at exactly what these happy customers are frequently citing. Reviewers, like a user named DH, noted that compared to other dealers, Nationwide provided beautiful upscale plastic cases for the coins and charged absolutely zero delivery fees. That's a huge perk. Furthermore, a lot of customers report receiving surprise, totally free silver coins just thrown in with their gold orders. Who doesn't love free silver? But honestly, the biggest praise goes directly to their staff. Customers consistently name specific account executives, people like Angie, Tyler, and Jack Goldberg, praising them for being incredibly friendly, deeply knowledgeable, and most importantly, not rushing the educational process. customers walked away feeling valued and well-informed. And again, having a resource like the free guide at goldirablueprint.com can make these conversations even better because you'll know exactly what questions to ask your rep. Section 4, Sales Tactics and the Catch, the Pivot. However, to give you a fully objective explainer today, we absolutely must pivot and look at the frustrating catches reported by the minority of dissatisfied users. While small in number compared to the glowing reviews, their experiences are totally vital to understanding the full picture of this phone-based model. Some customers report significant hurdles. For example, let's talk about spot prices. That's the current market price at which gold can be bought or sold for immediate delivery. When those spot prices fluctuate wildly, some customers claim they called in to claim an advertised TV offer only to be told the price had changed right out from under them. This naturally led to accusations of a bait and switch. Others, like a customer named Leroy who purchased coins over 4 years ago, reported facing multi-month delays and a real lack of cooperation when trying to liquidate or sell those coins back to the company. Now, to be fair, the company notes that current economic conditions and a stagnant buyer base play a huge role in these delays, but it's still a frustrating experience for the seller. These frustrations are perfectly and honestly pretty painfully illustrated by a verified Trustpilot reviewer named William. Despite explaining very clearly that he only wanted the advertised at-cost deal, the representative aggressively pushed a $10,000 package of fractional ounce coins. Now, if you aren't familiar, fractional coins are items that often carry massive hidden markups compared to your standard 1-ounce bars. The representative eventually ended the call abruptly when William completely refused the upsell. So, what does this all mean? It leaves us asking a very important question. Are these high-pressure upsells just isolated incidents? Maybe a rep having a bad day? Or are they part of a much larger industry trend? This question naturally bridges the gap between individual customer frustrations and the broader context of the precious metals industry as a whole. Section 5, Legal Warnings and Red Flags, the Industry Context. To answer whether this is an industry-wide issue, we have to look outside the company itself. We turn to the Stevens Law Firm. They are a heavy-hitting team of consumer protection attorneys with over 100 years of combined legal experience, and they specialize specifically in investigating precious metal fraud and protecting the elderly. The law firm notes a very troubling trend of complaints across the entire industry regarding deceptive sales tactics and misrepresented product values. On their website, they neutrally list Nationwide Coin and Bullion Reserve among over 30 different precious metals companies, including big names like American Gold Reserve and U.S. Gold Bureau, that they are currently investigating for these alleged practices. This builds directly into what the law firm describes as the standard industry playbook for bad actors. Let's walk through it. Step 1, unscrupulous telemarketers gain your trust with a friendly demeanor and an absolutely unbeatable introductory offer, like say, gold at cost. Step 2, once they have you on the phone, they pivot. They start employing scare tactics about stock market crashes, political unrest, or runaway inflation. Step 3, once your guard is down and you're worried about your savings, they sell you rare or collectible coins at grossly inflated prices. And here is the kicker. Legal experts claim these specific coins will likely never attain their purchase price during your lifetime. It is a very specific, highly calculated method. The severity of this industry-wide issue really cannot be overstated. According to Stevens Law Firm, the FTC has actually testified before the Senate about deceptive telemarketers posing as brokers. Even more chilling is the cited finding from the FBI, noting that corrupt coin dealers intentionally target the elderly to drain their life savings simply because they believe they can get away with it. It's tough stuff to read, but it's absolutely crucial to keep in mind whenever you're dealing with telephone-based sales in this industry. So where does that leave us? Look, Nationwide undeniably delivers on its introductory offer of at-cost gold. There is no denying that. And as we saw, thousands of people rave about their service and their free silver perks. But this model requires you to get on the phone and confidently navigate potential upselling tactics. If you want to prepare yourself before making any calls like that, I highly recommend you grab your free Gold IRA guide at goldirablueprint.com using the link in the description below. But ultimately, we leave you with this final provocative question to ponder today. Is the allure of a one-time at-cost gold deal truly worth navigating the intense sales pressures and the very real red flags of the wider industry? That's for you to decide. Keep learning and stay focused.